think we're like 1 minute late, but you've got to take into consideration we do have an intro. Welcome back to West Ham United. My name is Anton. Welcome back to the West Ham Daily Show. Thank you to Russ for passing on that torch. He has done another fantastic show. I actually joined in, and excuse the clobber today. I've been out in the garden doing a bit of DIY work, etc. So we've got to obviously come to you daily as we do, and I've not had a chance to go and get changed. However, I'm going to be jumping back out into the garden again straight after we do this stream. And of course, before you watch Russ's show, you probably looked at the West Ham live stream that they did today, the training stream. I missed it all. I was a bit annoyed because I like seeing the kind of behind the scenes stuff, but it was good to hear that players like Ogbonna and Yarmolenko were doing a bit of work, etc. And of course, get your comments in as we talk through this show about the specific topic I'm going to talk to you about, but also just briefly put your thoughts in about the Declan Rice image that you saw appear on social media from Declan Rice's Instagram account. And if anyone hasn't seen it, Declan Rice actually posted an image of him in the gym without a boot on, and he was at like a machine which looked like he was going to have to do some leg work. He was smiling, he looked happy, he had one of the physios beside him. And the thing that makes it interesting is the fact that it was pulled off of social media. It was pulled off of his own Instagram account. So it's definitely interesting. Hopefully it's a little bit more positive moving forward. Let's go and see who is in the chat before we get started on the topic today. Cyber Leader WHUFC, oi oi. Dalek, hope you're well, mate. What really Dawson has signed, we'll talk about it in a minute. Jake, thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. And if you haven't gone and checked it out, jump over to last night's show. Jake done a fantastic another player rating show with Matt on the Wolves game. And of course, go and check out Jake's channel, West Ham Unofficial. So well done, Jake. James Farmer, TikTok. Yes, we're here, mate. Hi, Luke. Hope you're well. Gatesy, thank you very much for joining us, mate. Gatesy, let us know all the details. I mean, obviously, I won't be coming down, but I know there's talk about pub meetup, etc. So get that in the chat. Let us know what's going on. Daniel Nelson, good afternoon, everyone. Patrick Walsh, morning, y'all, from North Carolina. Hope you're well, mate. Of course, Stell's back because he writes in capitals and he shouts all the time. And I hope you've noticed that we've changed all our text, etc. We're going to be all in capitals because Stell just is a little bit moody, and if we don't do his way, he just panics and it's all crazy. Yeah, he is. Mama Cox, afternoon from Somerset. Hope Freddie enjoyed playing Russ's game. He did, thanks. Mrs. Cox, he really did. We were out in the garden having a bit of a mess around. I thought I'll quickly join it and see what the situation is. Look, legend man's business. You must be on leave then, Anton. I am. I'm on 2 weeks annual leave, and it is a good feeling. I'm not remotely joking you. Crikey, still painting an Anton in the garden. Don't worry, Anton. Some of us are professionals. We're there to watch. Never have you down as an amateur Alan Titchmarsh, Anton. I actually do quite enjoy gardening, to be honest. I really do. The champions. Could you imagine? Loads more people in the chat. Vinay saying hi. Adam Cook is saying hi. Hope you're well, Adam. Thank you for joining us. Scott Sewell, hope we don't lose Lingard. So let me just see. It's only way, Anton. My lead. Yeah, okay, still. Yep. Dawson plays better with a Ogbonna. I think Diop may be nervous, etc. I tell you what, let me get started on today's show and we'll go back into the comments in a minute. And of course, as you've seen by the title I've wrote, West Ham have saved millions of pounds. Why am I saying we've saved millions of pounds? Because West Ham are now being confirmed as signing Watford defender, former Watford defender now, Craig Dawson, on a permanent transfer in the summer for a fee of approximately £2 million. So what do you think? Are you happy with that? He joined West Ham on loan in October, and as part of that deal, it was agreed that he would join permanently for £2 million if he started 15 Premier League games. Now, we do know that that information wasn't put out early doors, but we did hear that there was clauses in his contract if he played well. I don't think anybody, and I'm being honest with you, I mean, I was underwhelmed by the signing, as probably was most people, but now I'm absolutely buzzing that the main man himself, Craig Dawson, is signed for the club. The centre-back hit the target on Monday night by starting with the win against Wolves, and he'll begin his contract with West Ham until the summer of 2023. I'll come back to that image in a minute. He's shown under David Moyes absolutely has shown under David Moyes at the London Stadium, establishing himself as a regular at the heart of the Hammers' defence, an experienced, committed and respected Premier League defender. And I'm sure most of you are delighted that he's signed on the dotted line until the summer of 2023. So keep your comments coming in. But before he joined West Ham, he had 184 Premier League appearances and 14 goals to his name, predominantly at centre-back, but also can play right-back. He joined Premier League club West Bromwich Albion in August 2011 before being called up by then England under-21 manager and current West Ham first-team coach Stuart Pearce later the same month. A year later, Stuart Pearce also handed Dawson his debut, and he scored twice in a 6-0 win over Azerbaijan. 2 of 6 goals that he scored in 15 appearances at that level. Stuart Pearce also named Craig Dawson in the Team GB squad for the London 2012 Olympic Games, appearing in the group stage win over Uruguay and scoring in the penalty shootout defeat by South Korea in the quarterfinals. Dawson then established himself as a starter, as we have said, for West Brom, initially at right back and then at centre back, and he made 225 appearances for the club, scoring 12 goals. Interesting stat coming from that era is he had no errors leading to goals at the point before his departure to then Premier League club Watford back in 2019, where he played 29 times and in the top tier and scoring 2 goals. Again, another interesting stat for you, not having an error leading to goal. So he then obviously found himself on loan to West Ham with the stipulation of a clause with a potential permanent move. And after waiting patiently for his chance, he came into action against Southampton, and that was in late December, and he kept a clean sheet. And not just that, he got the Man of the Match award, and he's not really looked back since, has he? In his 15 Premier League West Ham starts, West Ham have won 9. Let me get this one up here. I think that's it. Yeah. Lost just 3 and kept 6 clean sheets to maintain their challenge for a top 4 finish. And on top of that, has scored 3 goals. After scoring a late winner in the Emirates FA Cup third round victory at Stockport County in January, Dawson found the net again in a 3-2 Premier League win over Crystal Palace and also Leeds United. And despite playing just half of West Ham's league matches, Dawson actually ranks in the top 5. Let's see if I've got this here. He's ranked in the top 5 in the league in clearances and aerial battles, and his commitment to the cause has been there for us all to see. Let's go and have a look and see what Craig Dawson has actually been saying about the signing of the contract. Coming to West Ham has been a great move for myself, and it's a privilege to play for a club with such rooted traditions. And I think that's the only one. I thought I had another one. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't have another image there. So, I'm delighted with this signing. Like I said, it was an underwhelming signing for West Ham at the time, but he's come in and he's not really looked back at all, really, has he? I mean, I've noticed some people are starting to question, after scoring a couple of own goals, has he been at fault, etc. And I really can't blame Dawson at all, coming from someone who used to play as a defender. I think that just the defence has really maybe struggled. But then again, it could be just the way that West Ham have set up, and really by setting up against, people are saying that of course we've missed Ogbonna, of course we've missed all the centre halves that we've got. The biggest issue I've got is if we set up to invite teams to play onto us, we're going to have problems, and that's what we did against Manchester United and Arsenal, and then obviously sat back for the second half against Wolves, because that's what happened when it invited us. But what we've done is we've unearthed a gem. Yes, he's 30 years old, but he's still got years experience in him, 2023, and what it's done is saved West Ham a shed load of money, a lot of money. And now that can maybe put that focus onto the likes of Jesse Lingard, where West Ham need to focus their attention to get that deal over the line. And if Manchester United are going to drive that price tag up, then this is where we have saved millions of pounds. Let's rewind slightly before Craig Dawson came in. We were rumoured, strongly linked to, and the board and Moyes was all talking about it, Tarkowski from Burnley, and we're rumoured to be willing to pay upwards of 30 million, and now we're talking about spending only £2 million on a centre half. Yes, I do think that West Ham need to strengthen over the next couple of years in that area, or do we have enough in the ranks of the youth set up? We've got Dawson, we've got Ogbonna, we've got Balbuena potentially looking to leave, we've got Diop, we've got Reed who's out on loan, we've got Alessi, and we've got Baptiste. But when you listen to and name all of those players, there's definitely enough in the ranks for me that will keep West Ham going for the next couple of years, and also bring in the youth set up and the youth players as well. So really exciting times, and I'm really glad Dawson signed, and I can't believe, I mean, he's become one of my favourite players at West Ham, and I really can't believe it. But I love the way he talks at the back. I love the way he commands. I love the way he dominates. I love the way he can stay calm. I love the way that he collects the ball. He's got a really good vision. He's a model professional, and he really solidifies that back line, and he constantly keeps them in check all of the time. He's got leadership qualities. He's got captaincy qualities about him. I'm not saying remotely he's going to be West Ham's captain, but he absolutely keeps that back line in check. And listen, of course, we all miss Ogbonna. Of course we do. But you always need someone who's calm and collected beside someone like Ogbonna, and the same beside Diop, and Dawson has definitely stepped up and become that man. Let's go and have a look and see what everyone is saying in the chat. God, there's loads of comments. It's tough to keep up with them all, isn't it? But let's see what we're saying. Claret Noom, how good was Fornals the other day? Really are different side when he plays. I do agree with you, mate. And you know, all this talk about the glue for West Ham, and I really do think he's just impressed me and all West Ham fans so much, and probably impressed me more because he's not doing what he was brought in to do. He's doing something else and more. And it's fantastic to see. And yeah, very impressed with Masuaku too. Vinay says Dawson plays better with Ogbonna. I think Diop makes him nervous. Yeah, I mean, I could see that point, absolutely. However, I do think that it depends on how West Ham set up against the opponents. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm actually literally being upfront. We were all disappointed how we set up against Manchester United. We were all disappointed how we set up against Arsenal. And we invited the attack in the second half. And against Manchester United, we were disappointed in the starting lineup. And if we do that, we're going to struggle against these top teams who have got top quality players, whether they struggle or not. Doesn't matter if Arsenal are struggling. They've still got Lacazette. They've still got Aubameyang. They've still got all these players that could create and offer. If we sign Dawson, are we able to sign Lingard? Don't know how loads and windows work. Well, the thing is with the Lingard deal is it was a loan with no option to buy, but apparently West Ham are going to be doing everything in their power to go and get the Lingard deal over the line, and they need to absolutely. So I mean, maybe tomorrow's daily could be about the Lingard saga. We don't know, we'll see. The cyber leader saying we won't get champions. Well, you don't know, mate. I know you say you feel it, but we've got to take each game as it comes. 8 cup finals to go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what this one is. He should be playing for England, and people have been questioning whether or not Dawson should be able to step up, but you know what, he's doing a job for West Ham, and that'll be that's all we care about. Aiden, 2 million, flipping bargain, absolutely mental when you think about it, isn't it? £3 million, look, all in, hilarious price. It really is. It really is. Cheap as chips. Still saying no brainer deal. Let's hope his form doesn't drop, as he hasn't been the best in the last 2 games. Couldn't disagree. I disagree with you. I know I disagree with you a lot, but it's just a baffling comment. That's like a Twitter comment still. I'm disappointed in you for saying that. Claret Noom, how good was Fornals and Masuaku the other night? Really are different side with Fornals plays. Yeah, I've covered that one. Let's hope he's not a Dawson's Creek. Let's hope he's not. Total still and saying no more than that. Robert Gates, get yourself to Duke's Pub, the Bull, London Road, Horns Cross, Dartford, Kent, on Saturday 17th of April for a Mighty Hammers trip of Newcastle. There you go, mate. The only good signing Pellegrini done was Fornals. Claret Noom, I really hope Ogbonna is back soon. Diop still looking shaky. Superfleet is saying 14 goals, that's more than most West Ham strikers. It's mad, isn't it? Ogbonna was training today, but is likely to feature just yet. No, he definitely won't feature over the next couple of games. I won't be coming till the 16th of May. Still, I would play Diop and Ogbonna and give Dawson a rest. I absolutely would not. I think that would be a recipe for disaster in our back line. Good to see Dawson sign, but still think we need another centre defender. But we'll bring in some of the youngsters if we need left back. And who do you think it should be? So sign, but we still need another centre defender. I don't know. We'll see. I think the youngsters are capable of doing it, to be honest. Aidan Dawson, Rice Mount, Lingard Hammer's going to win the World Cup again. Could you imagine? Could you imagine we managed to persuade Mount to come to West Ham? They'd be asking for a fortune for him. Clark Newham, that's nice to know. Still, at the moment, we potentially have our spine out injured. O'Bonnor, Rice, and Antonio. Superflea, this name, Stuart Pearce, who called Bergkamp, the same, a bad signing. Yeah, I know, but we all make mistakes, and Still makes plenty of them, doesn't he? I disagree. Still, I would play Dawson and Augie as Diop keeps giving the ball away, or Balbuena, I would start. Yeah, but I just wouldn't play Augie and Diop together. Absolutely not. Still saying Adam, if Brentford do get promotion, I would go for Rico Henry. Yeah, I think he's got a few injuries, though. That would be interesting to see what his injuries actually are. Superfly, 3 goals in 15 games as a centre-back is mustard. Still saying I know Claret, and yet we've done well, thank goodness. We could buy a better centre-back. Still saying Godbona, Dawson Aldo, Lingardinho, what more can we ask for? Superfly is saying good signings. Sometimes the uglier girls at the disco perform better when you take them. Moore Peters and Still. Jake saying Still's got the names. Superfleet, he's not. No, he's not. He's not a permanent signing. Oh, here we are. Where are we? So many jumps there. Would you start Xandi Silva when he returns? No, I wouldn't, but I think Still would. But no, not for me. I don't know. I haven't looked into his kind of loan stats since he's been out in Greece. So we'll see. Superfleet, small clubs like Arsenal might come in for Lingard. He might, but I think he really would like to stay with West Ham. It'd be interesting to see what Moyes thinks at the end of the season. That's regarding Xandi Silva. I reckon Crest should get an armband if Noble doesn't start versus Leicester. Don't know. We'll see. Michael D, great show, Anton. I agree with all you say about Dawson. An absolute steal. There you go, Gatesy. There you go. Anyone who wants to go down and see it, obviously social distancing will be in place. Oba, yeah, but my point I'm trying to make is he's still a quality player and can perform on his day. You know, he's just having a bad run of form, but he's not a crap player. Vinay saying we will get Champions League, other results will go our way. It's a weird season. Not a baffling comment, Anton. It's fact. Maybe you should watch more West Ham games. Honestly, mate, you have no idea what you're talking about when you come to the centre halves, mate. No idea. You're crazy. You're actually lost the plot. Let's have a look at what everyone else is saying. Tell Rice to retire for England so he can keep fresh for Vardy. Vardy retired. He's not going to retire for England, mate. He's so young and fresh, and he's got potential. I mean, this England setup has got the potential to go far. Really does. Bonnie Hammer, Dawson has been outstanding, but the last 3 games he looks like the Watford Dawson. Hope he gets back to form soon. I don't agree, Bonnie. I really don't. I really don't. But we're all allowed to have a different opinion. Dawson from Tony has proved that he's a decent centre back. He must be a nightmare trying to control Diop as his concentration levels are appalling. Dawson has suffered whilst Bonner has been out. Listen, it's going to take time again for Diop. We're still going to see Diop. There's no matter what happens with Diop. I don't think Diop had a crap game against Wolves, if I'm being honest. I really don't. I thought he actually had one of his better games, so we'll see. It's those paint flumes, to be fair. Paint flume, yeah, it is. Fumes, mate, it is. Stell's away with the fairies, I think he is. Silva, last time I looked, wasn't pulling up any trees for Aris. Let's see what's going on here. And Ryan Bertrand is awful. No thanks, we prefer Rico Henry from Brentford. And I don't know where that came from. Or Robert Gatesy wrote, Ryan Bertrand on a free in the summer. Thoughts? Get your comments in and let us know your thoughts on that. But like we said, for me personally, West Ham have saved an absolute fortune, and it's good to see. I think there's enough in our defensive makeup that will keep us going moving forward as long as we start to bring the younger players through the ranks. And I think players like Dawson, Diop, with the experience that they've got, and depending if Balbuena is going to stay at the club, and it'll be interesting to see if Reid even remotely comes back, or will West Ham look for a fee for the player from Brentford, but we'll see. I mean, maybe there could be some negotiation there. We do have an aging central defence. We actually have an aging defence, so I think they will want to kind of change that, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, this is our daily show. Please let us know your feedback by leaving a comment in the comment section once the video is closed. Also hit the thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. I hope you're enjoying our daily content, and we will be back tomorrow about 1:15 p.m. ish, and we may have another person doing the West Ham Daily, but keep an eye on the channel. Like I said, subscribe, comment, like, and thank you for joining us. Dawson is a hammer, or he will be in the summer until 2023. Come on, you